1, 2, 3, 4, S. 1, 2, 3.
I was 19 and it was November 1992. I had a very rare brainstem stroke caused by an abscess on the pons. I woke up and found that my dreams of owning a home, getting married, and more importantly having a family of my own had changed. I was in a 3-week coma, and when I woke up I was totally paralysed, unable to eat and talk. I have locked-in syndrome. My life had changed. In the beginning, my boyfriend left me because he wasn't coping well. I lost most of my friends except for my family friends, and due to my face being severely paralysed and expressionless, people didn't like looking after me. In fact, I hid from the world because I wasn't coping with it myself, and I thought, if I couldn't handle it, then the world definitely won't. At the moment, I live in Highgate Park, where I have the support from carers for day-to-day activities. I get around using a wheelchair with the help of my carers. With the use of my eyes, I'm able to communicate with my carer and type on a computer. I have plans to move into my new house and live more independently. With support, I'm able to set up my new home environment and meet my needs, have ongoing support from carers, and be able to access neurophysiotherapy. I also look forward to getting back into work with Scope Global. Firstly, I never thought I'd ever work, especially paid work, and like this. Working and earning money would, for starters, kill the boredom, but it would make me feel like I'm giving back. Since I had a very rare non-blood related stroke, and my condition locked-in syndrome was also rare, so for 26 years I was put in the too hard basket and never got the right type of physiotherapy I needed. It was 2017, several years ago I was given electrical stimulation and it was getting excellent results. I inquired about getting it again. I was told that I needed a neurophysiotherapist. I did some research into it, I eventually found one. I also found out that this was the therapy I should have been getting from the start. But I couldn't afford it. Now that the NDIS is here, I'm now receiving the much-needed therapy from Advanced Neurophysio. Unfortunately, I didn't get the plan I expected and needed, but I won't let this deter me. It took a long time after registering for access to have my first planning meeting. There were some hiccups along the way, so it took longer than I thought it would. I had several planning meetings and explored my goals. The planning meeting was very informative and well planned out. My goals are to move into my new house, get a job, get a labradoodle, be a social butterfly, and maybe get a boyfriend. Lol. That's if someone will have me. Lol. My advice to other young stroke survivors is don't be shy. Ask for anything. Have more than one quote for equipment if possible, and have as much information as possible as to why you need the things you are asking for. It didn't take long for my plan to be approved. It was about 5 or 6 weeks. My plan looked big, huge, and full. I had the support of my social worker, Tina, who supported me to make decisions about how I would manage my NDIS plan. Although I have accepted my condition, locked-in syndrome, I will never give up on improving my quality of life. I definitely felt grief and loss after my stroke. I was 19 years old at the time and had lost everything I had dreamed of for my future. Grief felt like emptiness, loneliness, and darkness. I felt every emotion there was to feel. I was in a dark place and deeply in denial of my condition. I had drawn away from the world from 1993 to 2008. I tried to go out a few times in the first 5 years, but I couldn't handle the stares and the finger pointing. I knew that it was my face. I was a freak. I didn't go out again after that. Years passed, and I went out with Mum a few times, but each time I saw my reflection, I would get angry at myself. I would hide my emotions when Mum or others were around. The nights were the worst, especially when it was dark and I was alone. At night, I would bawl till I fell asleep, and I'd yell and argue with God. No, I'm not religious. You don't have to be religious to believe and have faith. I hid my emotions because I had no facial expressions, so it was hard. But now that I do have facial expression and a voice, I don't hold back. I have a new meaning in life. Live, love, laugh, and go power. Lol. I practice self-care through being a social butterfly. I enjoy going out, going to concerts, listening to music, and having drinks with friends.